Welcome back to Two Brothers Sports Podcast. It is Friday, November 7th. And Max, I know you hear this pep in my voice. I am back after a very long week last week. Green in college football, green in the NFL. I am fully back. I feel better than ever. I got my green mug. I got my Green Bay Packers, even though they lost. We got a lot to talk about this weekend. NFL Week 10, college football Week 11. Can the football season slow the hell down? Max, how are we doing? We got a tough slate ahead of us this weekend. Both college and football might have been, or in NFL, might have been one of the tougher pick slate that I've had to do this season. You'd like to think you know what you know at this point in the year, but god damn it, does Vegas have us fucking right by the balls right now? Ready to make some money. So are we. So is everyone listening. We got Bears, West Virginia. How we doing this week, man?
Doing all right. It was a good weekend overall. Maybe not so much betting wise. I think it was a little heat check, heat check. Take me out for a little bit and let me regroup, rethink. But shout out my Mountaineers football, finally getting a fucking win
Yep.
since I believe it was Pitt was our last win. Scotty Fox might be the true freshman baller.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we'll see.
Hey, you had to go touch some grass, get out, get out, see the world. And not everyone can shoot 65% from the field every fucking week. So,
Yeah.
welcome back to Earth, Max. It's been about 9 weeks. Looking forward to having you back on Earth's side. But yeah, great win for West Virginia. Bears, I think they won. I was so wrapped up in the Packers loss that I
Boy,
did.
did they ever.
Yeah.
Uh,
So.
yeah, last 20 seconds, Colston Loveland.
Oh, duh. How could I
Yeah.
forget? How could I forget? An absolute
Yeah.
barn burner of a game. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was too buried in the sand. I went what was that Roadrunner? Roadrunner where he buries his head in the sand. That was me after 1 o'clock on Sunday. Was just throwing up prayers blindly. But yeah, talk to me about the Bears game. I know that was a sick one. Colston Loveland, stud.
Yeah, I believe that was 170 with two tutties. Big breakout game for him, a much needed with the game-winning touchdown as well. Just a complete shootout. I mean, Flacco had like 470. Caleb, I believe it was 280. I didn't have the stats, I wasn't ready, but Caleb with like 280, three tutties. A receiving touch. No, that was last year. That was last week. Sorry. Um, no, dude, I don't even know. That
Uh,
was this week. Yes, that was this week. He had a DJ Moore threw him a touchdown.
it's crazy
Um,
game. I mean, so many goddamn
yeah,
points hard to keep track
yeah,
of.
it was nuts. Kyle Magana, Kyle Magana. know I'm botching
Manon
this.
guy. Manon guy.
Manon guy, yeah, Manon guy. 170, just absolute breakout game. One touchdown, two touchdowns, I believe. Um, just balled out. It was a great performance. Defense still looked like dick shit. Um,
Yeah.
we lost Obi, and but we picked up a guy from the Browns. We'll see how this goes. Deadline was disappointing, but we're 5-3. You know, we'll see. We got a couple tough games coming up, so we'll see how it goes. But we're looking all right. We're looking all right.
I like it. I like it. On the
Hey.
flip side, I'm just gonna knock it out now. I'm not even gonna
Mhm.
talk too much about it, but
We are live
oh,
at Monsters Inc.
I guess ESPN Monsters Inc. will tell us. Sponsored by Monsters Inc. Was just trying to get the fucking scores up. Green Bay really don't want to hit on it too much. Jordan Love likes to play down to his competition, doesn't know what he's doing sometimes. Matt LaFleur, we got a little play calling issue in Green Bay, I think. Interested to see if they get rid of the OC, maybe get a new one, get someone else in play calling. Maybe LaFleur hands off the rings. From what I've been reading, OC doesn't like to call plays. And if you're an OC and you don't like to call plays, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing being an OC? That's the whole point. You call plays, you coach up the offense. Not super concerned. Defense looked fine, only gave up 16 points. Offense couldn't put together more than 2 good drives. So nothing more to say than that. Still 5-2-1. But it seems that Green Bay likes to play
Yeah,
up to their talent and down to the competition. So is a little bit of a concern. We will talk more on the Phillies game this week and where that line sits. Kind of surprised. But yeah, overall, Green Bay just a shit week. Let's just bury that tape and let's move on. So that's
Yeah,
all
it
I'm
is
saying
weird.
there.
Just like the Cards, you kind of kept that game close for no reason.
Yep. Oh yeah. It's a weird team. This is
And then
a
you kind of run over the Steelers, who are actually a pretty good team.
every other week, and it doesn't make any sense. There's no rhyme or reason, and it's quite a roller coaster I'm on this year so far. It's very emotionally unstable, but
Me, I
get
started
better
off.
help.
I
Yeah,
said
get
week
better
3.
help.
I
Go
don't
see a
even know I
therapist.
want to watch the game.
Yeah, go do your mentals. Go take care of your mentals, your chicken and your mentals. As Marshawn Lynch said, go betterhelp.com, therapy, wherever you go do it. If you're a Packers fan, you need it. Because it is quite a roller coaster right now. We gotta just stay level, and we're not doing that. So is what it is. Not much there. But Max, finally, another weekend of green, green, green. It might be 3-2 for me. But to be honest with you, that San Fran New York Giants under that I had at 48 looked pretty good for most of the game. And then about third quarter, they just decided to just go fucking ape shit on scoring. Not much I can do there. And Kansas City didn't hit that one. You did hit that one. You had Buffalo on the dog, so nice there.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, I thought Kansas City had it. I think Buffalo game planned them very well, and about quarter and a half in, you kind of felt that it was either going to be Kansas City was going to get away with murder and somehow come back and win this game, or Buffalo was just going to continue to roll. And that's Buffalo continue to roll. Great game plan. Can't say much other than that. Nico Collins, bad touchdown. Just a bad touchdown week from us, Max. Not our best. Not even close. I mean, Nico Collins
Oh
wasn't even
yeah,
close.
Will
They didn't even
McConkey was stupid as fuck. I think he only got like 40
yeah,
points.
yeah, and Nico Collins, I mean, his team didn't score a touchdown, so it didn't matter if who was scoring. Nobody was scoring. Kaimi Fairbairn had 5 field
So
goals. So
Stroud's out apparently. I see. I'm playing against
yep,
Davis
yep.
Mills.
Davis Mills starting this week, which is interesting. Um, but yeah,
See,
what
I
I
didn't
did
really
hit
watch
though,
any other
Max.
game. I was at a birthday party.
Fair, fair. Yeah, you didn't miss much. Seattle, Washington, I did hit both my picks on that with that over, which thank you to Seattle for pretty much self-covering. I could have gotten a little closer than I wanted. And then JSN, Max, like I said,
Dude,
JSN is
dude.
automatic. You remember, I know you remember, but do you remember when we watched Ohio State 2 years ago when in that Michigan game when they or no, maybe it wasn't the Michigan game. I forget who it was, but it was it was mostly the entire season. But Ohio State, you saw this wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. That man looked untouchable on the college football field his last year in college football. Do you remember how often he would just get slants, catch them, and run free? Like he was the most wide open wide receiver in all of college football that year, and probably one of the more open people I've ever seen in college football.
Yeah,
JSN looks like that, but on the
yeah.
NFL stage. He's making dudes on the NFL look like that. And so that was a no brainer. And then had to go with Mike Tomlin +3 against the Indy Colts. Had to. That is the Mike Tomlin play. Everybody wanted Indy. Had to give a little Mike Tomlin. Don't know if I'm going to ride with that this week against Indy because Mike Tomlin, I don't even know who the fucking coach is. It Raheem Morris for Atlanta? Yeah, Raheem Morris. Mike Tomlin, Raheem Morris. I like the concept. We'll talk about it, but had to go with my Pittsburgh at +3 with Tomlin after a bounce back from the Green Bay game. Knew that was going to happen. So overall, good there. I'm gonna just hop into my college football, Max, and then I'll let you recap, and then we can talk anything else. Cincy, Utah over City hit it. Was a little closer than I liked, but that's because Cincinnati and Utah Cincinnati didn't really help out their cause. Utah covered like a motherfucker. Mississippi State outright. Hell yeah. Got that
Yeah.
one. Knocked that one down. USC Nebraska. I was watching it at a friend's who is a Nebraska fan, Brian. Um, hit the over before I even got there. After talking with him, didn't really like the over. Wasn't gonna be close, so didn't sweat that. And then Super Dog Kentucky 10-point dogs against Auburn. That was just a Vegas mismatch.
That
Uh,
was dumb.
yeah, that was. I mean, Kentucky dominated. Boys got 55 points on Super Dog season. I am only a Super Dog when it comes to college football. NFL, I am just ass. But other than that, that's my weekend recap. Max, not great on your college football front. NFL, not that bad though. But I want to give you a silver lining before you go over your picks. 55% still on NFL at 24-19-2 in college football 18-10-2. So you're still at a 64% clip. So overall, we're almost 60% on the season between the two combined. You're still rolling, but talk to me. How about this, Max? How about this? In the corporate world, right? In the corporate world, we say, where are the opportunities? Where can we improve? Max, what did you learn about this past week?
All right. You know, I think it was just stayed too long on the high horse riding the same teams for first off.
Yep.
Um, Georgia Tech, I really didn't think that was going to be a trap game, and it sure as shit was. And NC State showed up and beat the shit out of them. I think Vandy was blinded by the lights. They walked into that stadium and was like, oh shit. They were like, holy fuck. It wasn't even a night game, but they still were like, God damn, it is loud.
Yeah, it
This,
was a
this
noon
is
game.
crazy. There's not a single speck of gold in this fucking stadium. This is nuts. And yeah, so because I mean it showed they were fucking blown out 24-10 in the first half, and slowly made their way back, gave me that push, thank God. Um, but I think Vandy's still a good team. It sucks that they're 7-2. And I think I said Texas last week had 3 losses. Obviously, they do not. They are also 7-2 now. So that's a tough one. I actually haven't want to pull up the rankings real quick. They all jumped around. Um, yeah, so Vandy's 16 now, while Texas is 11. So that's crazy. Um, so yeah, I think that pretty much just staying on that, and then SCO Miss. I don't even know what that game finished at, but it was a high one, and it is what it is. Uh, I mean 44. So yeah, should have known
Yeah,
to probably cool it down. I thought South Carolina could put up more points, but obviously not.
apparently not. And that's what we learned.
Apparently,
And then, I mean, NFL Max, I mean, Chargers were 2 points away.
yep,
And then Bears, Cincy, we already talked about, but that game was not what we thought it was.
not even close to what we expected. Yeah, the over Detroit, Minnesota was pretty simple there. That was a crazy game.
Yeah.
And then Brian Thomas Jr. had 55 yards. So that's
And that was probably his season high.
oh, he's gotten like 76 or like 80 like twice. That's why I did that.
Yeah, I just have him on fantasy. So all I know is he is.
Oh, terrible fantasy for sure.
Yeah, he has. I mean, drafted in the second or third round and can't get more than 10 points in a fucking game. Um, and for some reason, Lawrence, every time he has one of those yeah, I don't know how many times I have to watch fucking Devontae Adams and Romeo Dobbs and DJ Moore and Amon-Ra St. Brown and how many quarterbacks just throw the out route on a goal line play and all they have to do is just put it in the corner. And for some fucking reason, Trevor Lawrence skies it over Brian Thomas every time. Every time I'm watching the Jags play, I have to watch Trevor Lawrence just overthrow Brian Thomas Jr. I want that man on the Green Bay Packers. I fuck it, dude. He's getting completely wasted in Jacksonville right now. I'm so goddamn tired of watching Trevor Lawrence sky shots over. And it might just be Brian Thomas Jr. Maybe they're not on the same page, but I'm so tired of watching those two try and connect. It is just not working. And I don't know if it's Trevor Lawrence's little, Brian Thomas, LSU, don't know his, religious upbringing. I know Trevor Lawrence with Dabo, very religious, young life kind of guy. Maybe they just don't connect. I don't know. I'm done. I'm
He
ready.
had a good ass rookie year.
He
What
had
do
a
you?
great rookie year. I know. So you would think they would build on it, but they're not building on anything. They're basically just blowing up the bricks that they built and they're just throwing them to the side. Use it on the next lot.
He's got one touchdown, but he does have a 90 and 80, and then everything else is under 50 except for my
Last
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He should be. He should be. And it's like, I'm like, dude, and I love your play. I'm like, dude, Brian Thomas Jr. has to get it going. Plus 100 for 60 yards. Come on.
He also doesn't have less than 6 targets though at all this whole season.
I'd like to see the dropped versus missed throw statistic on that.
You're right. I mean, to your point though, is what? Yeah. So like he's overthrowing them and over his head and stuff. Like his target, he just
Trevor
he
Lawrence,
has 12 targets against Cincy. It's crazy. All right, let's keep.
12 targets. 12
Yeah,
targets. What are we doing, Trevor Lawrence? Why?
only 4 receptions.
Drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. That I was mad for you after when I was watching that game. And I was like, how do they beat the Raiders? I can't believe we've given the Jags and the Raiders too much time today already. But how did the Jaguars win 30-29 and Brian Thomas doesn't have a touchdown and he doesn't have over 55 yards? Like what the hell is going on? I'm done. I'm done with the Jags. Remember like 4 weeks ago when they were like 4-1 and everyone was like, "Oh, the Jags are so good." Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with the AFC South, Max. Don't talk to me unless it's about the Colts. And if we're talking about the Colts, when is Danny Dimes going into Pumpkin Man? Because I'm done with them. I'm done with them. I'm done with the whole team. I'm done. Sauce Gardner, great. That's sick. Who's it like what is that gonna do? What is that gonna do? I'm done. I'm done with the
Gonna have the front line try to get there. It's gonna be a lot.
I know, but it's like you're
Maybe
trading all
that's the
these
future.
picks to. I know, but you're already better
Clark,
than
they need
everyone
Caitlin
else in your
Clark.
division. You're better than everyone else in your division. So why do you have to like? Oh,
You see, Danny Dimes and Caitlin Clark went to dinner.
she's got a boyfriend.
I know. I was just kidding.
She
And kind of
yeah.
started.
Don't talk about Connor McCaffrey like that. That's
Is
my
that who
guy.
her boyfriend is?
Yeah, it's the old Iowa, one of
Yeah.
the coach's son for Iowa.
Oh, yeah. Damn, really? That's hilarious.
Yeah, those kids are going to be the best. They're the only lit. Well, actually, they're not alive because I don't think they don't have kids. But when those kids are born, they are the only competition to Steph Curry's shooting records alive. They're
Yeah.
the only humans that are close to that statistic. They're
Yeah.
the only hope. They're the only hope.
And it's gonna be like 6'1", just dropping it from fucking logo.
Well, McCaffrey's the boyfriend is like 6'8", so like it could be like a little 6'3", 6'4".
I thought he was like 6'4".
Oh, I mean,
Well, no, I'm probably wrong, but he running point and shit. That's a tall point.
I think you might be thinking of the other guy. What was his name? I can picture him too.
Or
But
I'll just go white.
Jordan Bohannon. Jordan
Oh
Bohannon.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bohannon.
That was
Nice.
probably
Hey, speaking of college hoops is back this week. Yeah. A
That's
little
Beetle Bolden right there. That's Beetle Bolden.
yeah, beat a
That
Bolden.
name cool.
Yep, I like that. I got my Deuce McBride and what was it Javante Carter?
Dax.
Yeah,
Number 4, right?
yeah.
Dax.
Or Dax, yeah, Dax Miles. That's what it was. McBride was 2, right?
No, McBride, I think, was also 4. So you
Oh,
go.
okay. But I got it when Dax
You
Miles
got
was.
it with Dax, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk. I will look at a little hoops last thing to wrap up for the night.
Yeah.
We do got to bring that up, and there's some good games and stuff going on this week, so we'll call them out. But anything else, Max, that has nothing to do with the Raiders or the Jaguars or the Bears or the Packers?
um, no, I mean, not really. I mean, I think we can. I think
Other
Indiana
than the
might be the
picks.
truth. I think Indiana should be probably number one over Ohio State. If I'm going to be honest, they just look way better.
Yeah, I
But
can't wait for that game. That game's gonna be awesome.
yeah,
And they're gonna have like Indiana like plus 5.5. It's gonna be yeah, they're gonna that's gonna be interesting. Yeah. Other than that, I will say we talked about it, I think oh actually I don't know if we did talk about it, but I was basically bailed my entire weekend out with the Cardinals money line and Brissett 250 plus at like plus 180. Bailed me out of the weekend. Other than that, that's it for
ooh,
NFL.
I got one more NCAA, and
Yep.
it's ACC. Virginia might now be a front runner for the ACC. Imagine what if UVA just gets into the playoffs somehow?
That would be insane, wouldn't it?
It's either them or Louisville are the only two with one, or and Georgia Tech. Sorry, those are the
Well, and
only.
then Miami has two, right?
Yeah, so Miami jumped down to 18. But then
Mm.
we got to talk about that. I just shouting out the home home state college.
Yep. No, 100%.
Your team to be great this year, and I don't
Oh, is that
want
me
to
too?
say I'm a sibling.
Is
Pat-
Did you as well?
Hey, Pat McAfee.
that Mike Elko and Pat?
Yep, that was.
And right now,
Um,
God.
let's see. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, Oklahoma beat Tennessee pretty handily. Not pretty handily,
Two
but it
losses.
was.
It's crazy.
I feel like they were just leading the whole time.
Yeah.
That was about the only other game that I had on the docket. So,
Yeah. Nope. I love it.
all right, Max. Before we get into college football picks, the last thing we have to talk about, we don't have to get into it too much, but it is the first week we have college football playoff rankings. First time we have a bracket. Um, I don't think there's a ton of concern or confusion, although there is a lot of flack that the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are getting. And I I'm trying to understand how they rank these. Like, is it where they are right now with subject to change? Or is it assuming each team like wins out, that's what we would have? Because like I get I you and I both know, we both agree, we think that Notre Dame should be in the 12 when it's all said and done, but they have to win out every single game.
Like
But then
technically,
you got like Notre Dame
I
at
was thinking
10.
5.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, you got like Notre Dame at 10. You got Miami, who's the same record as Notre Dame, but Notre Dame is 10 and Miami's 18. And yes, Notre Dame has lost to Miami and A&M, who are two top 18 teams. Miami's lost to Louisville and SMU. So yeah, the losses are much worse, but you still have some of those kind of rankings where it's like, well, this team beat this team or this team gave this team a better run. I don't want to get into it too much, but any just like quick thoughts on the draw and the rankings that we have right now in front of us.
I mean, honestly, I'm trying to fucking find goddamn draws. Am I seeing
Uh,
this right? Yeah, 10 is Notre Dame.
Yeah, so the seeding, to remind everyone, the seeding is just the top four. It's not by conference and things like that. So right now, one is Ohio State, two Indiana, three A&M, four Alabama, and then
That's
you've
crazy.
got four matchups in the first round. You've got Oregon at Texas Tech, Memphis at Georgia, UVA at Ole Miss, and Notre Dame at BYU. That would be based on the rankings, that's how the season would end right now, and that would be the playoff. Because I got one thing and one thing only.
Yeah, just say it because I'm actually getting mad that I can't fucking find the thing. Just keep
If Notre Dame is in a 10-7 spot, they play BYU, then they have to play Indiana, and then they play either A&M, Ole Miss, or UVA. Book me to the national championship.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Notre Dame is better than any of those teams. Indiana is better than Notre Dame right now. Not disagreeing with that. Indiana with a home scenario definitely could beat Notre Dame. CJ Carr has looked very, very solid since these two losses against A&M and Miami. He has looked so much better. Yeah, of course, because he's played lesser competition. Sure. He looks like he's in rhythm. He looks like he has confidence. Jeremiah Love looks like he has confidence. The whole entire offense looks good, and the defense has looked significantly better. BYU would be a fun matchup. It would be a close matchup. I think they beat them. I think in a game that matters. I think Marcus Freeman versus Signetti. I'm not saying Notre Dame definitely could beat Indiana, but I feel very good about that stretch where you could play either A&M or Indiana in the in the semis, and you got a chance to play Ohio State, Bama. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't throw Notre Dame in that 10 spot with that bracket. You keep that bracket the way it is, you're gonna have some trouble. You're gonna have some fucking trouble with the Irish. I can tell you that. I can guarantee that. Do not let Notre Dame get that bracket.
Yeah, no, I agree. We'll make some noise.
I feel good about it. Let's say UVA or Ole Miss upsets A&M. Boom. Come on. Notre Dame, UVA. Oh, give it to me. A&M, give me the rematch with A&M. Give me the rematch with A&M. You know what I'm saying? I want all of it. Signetti at Indiana, not the same as Freeman and Notre Dame at Indiana. I love it. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. Yeah, I'm excited. So,
Oh
let's
yeah,
do it. A little college football. Unless there's anything else you want to say, Heisman. I haven't looked at Heisman odds or anything like that. It's kind of a crapshoot right now.
it is. No, let's just roll right into it after since you just took the shell for both leagues. So
I did. Let's see if this is the maybe that's why you were rolling this whole time. You got all your fruit. No, I'm just kidding. We don't even get each other's
makes
fruit.
it harder, dude.
It does, because then I got to think more and stuff.
Yeah.
So college football, week 11. The number one pick. Oh, and I didn't want to do it. Uh Here's what we're gonna do, Max. We're gonna have a little bit of a theme here, I believe. Some of these got to work, some of them might not. We're gonna do it. Give me the Kentucky Wildcats at home hosting Florida +3. I've gone to Kentucky quite a few times this year. It's worked out pretty well for me. I'm going to continue to ride that. Florida at home, different team than on the road. Kentucky is right there, and they have been there. They had a huge win against Auburn last week. I would say if the line was bigger, it would be a bigger opportunity for letdown, but I still think that Kentucky's able to get it done. It's not a super pretty pick, but give me Kentucky +3 is what I had. Let me see if it's changed.
Excuse me, Jesus. Still sick. Nah, I just hit the pen, but I am still sick.
Yeah, give me plus. Do we want pushes or? I know you have.
I'll be straight up honest. I did push one of my picks. Oh wait,
You pushed
now
one
it
left.
changed. No, not push. I didn't mean it. I teased it, but now I just looked at it and it's not teased. I don't have to tease it anymore. So.
All right. Well, give me Kentucky +3.5 at -128 then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Still in
We
the
say
range.
like 30, 40.
Yeah, still in the range. If it was if it was like
I would take
31,
that.
if it was 131 or more, I probably wouldn't play it. But if it's under 130 with the tees, so yeah, give me Kentucky plus 3.5.
Nice. Yep. No, it's definitely the move. Um, but yeah, no, I had planned on teasing it one, but now I see it's not. That saves me a little bit of odds.
I
And I'm
might
just
have an idea of where you're going, but I'm interested to see if I got it right, so I won't guess it.
yeah, and I'm just gonna take it right now because I fear that you might take it. Give me A&M minus 6.5.
Yep, yep.
Hey,
Saw
just
that. I was like, damn, that's huge. It was like while I was going back through my notes.
yeah. I mean, minus 125 to minus 118 is not that big of a jump, but
No.
I mean, I'll take it all day. I absolutely love that. It's at Mizzou, but I don't think it matters. Yeah, I've been seeing the interviews with Elko. I mean, shout out, former ND, but he's actually sounds like a fucking hell of a head coach. So I think he can bring this team to a higher level and steamroll some motherfuckers.
He came to A&M at the right time. Got out from Kelly, had 1 year, I think, with Freeman, and then left, and then Golden came in. And I mean, yeah, no, I love that pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so A&M. And then what's the over under on that?
48 and a half.
Okay, cool.
They're favoring the under at minus 115,
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
which you don't see often. Well, you kind of do, but not like.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
say that, and now I'm looking at it, and there's a bunch that are like it's like minus 112, minus 115.
oh yeah. There's a yeah. No, that's all good.
Uh,
Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, what the fuck? That already changed. Okay, well, get it now. I thought I was gonna have a trend, Max, of just doing plus money, and just dog, dog, dog. This guy has turned from a dog into a favorite over the last 2 hours. So
uh-oh.
put this down, and that is the Nebraska Cornhuskers playing at UCLA. The UCLA Cinderella dress of Nico Lamavala. Just it's coming out. Dylan Raiola not playing. We got Mr. Latif as QB, and I think that is why the Nebraska plus 1.5 was probably out there in the beginning. Public has obviously bought that down. I was gonna take money line at plus 1.5 or at minus 1.5. So give me the minus 115 money line with Nebraska. Let me just get the money line and get out of here.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, like a bounce back offense aside from Rayola looks good.
Agreed. Mahomes wanna be.
Yeah. And he got hurt. So, let Latif, he's got a big game against UCLA to show it. I don't know if Latif has any ties to the West Coast, but if he is, then all the more reason.
Agreed. Um, I think I'm gonna do it. You know, excuse me. Sorry. Uh, During my lunch break, I threw on a little Pat McAfee, and just in time to see Herbie and the boys chat it up. And Herbie threw it out there, and I know, God, it's not. I always forget. Is it Schmidt, the guy that always does Mel Kiper and the
Yeah,
Packers?
yeah, Ty Schmidt.
Schmidt, yeah, Ty, and he's an Iowa boy. Herbie just threw it out there. He says Iowa. He said Iowa's gonna win. And I guess this technically could have been a super dog now that I'm looking at it, but I don't care. I love them plus 6.5 against Oregon at Iowa, 3:30 game. To Herbie's point, I'm just gonna quote Herbie. He said it's gonna get dark in the second half. Iowa's just gonna make it ugly. It's gonna be a super ugly game. Looking at the under as well. Not as an official pick, but something 42.5. You know how Iowa rolls. They make games ugly, and it'll be fun. It'll be a fun 3:30 game. I mean, Texas A&M's 3:30. We got solid slate, solid slate. It's hard to pick, Sam was talking about it earlier. We got some tough ones to decide between. I think a lot of these games can go either way. So
Yep.
trying
I'm
to,
gonna
trying to play.
finish.
I love it.
Oh no, I'm glad you called that one out because that was a trappy one that I was like, I'm just gonna cross it because I wrote it. You write down I write down a list. I just go eye test and then I go look at the analytics, and then I'm like, ooh, everybody's got to be on fucking Oregon at this -6.5. This has to be trappy. Same with Vandy and was it Auburn? But you got to pick left, so we'll see if that ends up being the case. Maybe you stay away from your squads. But Max, I have a really hard time not picking this. I really want to take Maryland +2.5 at Rutgers. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. Rutgers also looks pretty decent. They both don't look great. So I'm gonna go with a guy that I can trust. Guy that used to rep the purple and gold a few years ago. I've played him a few times. We already talked about him. -14.5 playing at Penn State. Doesn't concern me. Give me Indiana -14.5. Subject to buying that down however you want to do it. Don't blame me if you do. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. And I don't think with the offense, I think that I think this number's lower because Ohio State played them a little closer for a little bit of that game. It didn't really look like there was,
38-10, right, to end.
huh?
Isn't it like 38-10 at the
Yeah, exactly. And it was one of those things where I was like, oh, like maybe like Ohio State will, like they kept it close for a little bit. Yeah, 30. Yeah, so it was 38-14 is what the final was. And I think Indiana will do something similar. And if I know anything about Signetti and they're up by 17, he's not going to let them score a field goal. He's going to score another 2 touchdowns to make sure you step on their throats.
right?
And the only time I've gotten boned by Signetti this year was when Michigan State decided to kick a field goal with 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter on the 35-yard line. That meant absolutely nothing just to fucking cover. Other than that, Indiana has been a cover machine. Signetti's a monster. Penn State
Yeah.
fucking stinks.
I bet against Indiana once, and I
That
think it
was
was
just
just CLA, and it was like
yeah,
35. It was 35, and they won by like 45 or 50.
yep. Yeah, yeah. I think it was 56-7 or
Yeah,
something like that.
6 or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So give me that 14.5. Let me just double check that's still the case. Yep. It doesn't matter. I think they win by 17 at minimum,
Oh
which
yeah,
obviously if I
dude.
wouldn't pick it if that was the case.
No, Signetti's gonna want to make a point to be like, "Hey, look at us! We just beat the fuck. We like." He's gonna want to do what he just did to Maryland. He's like, Ohio State beat him by 24. Let's beat him by 44.
That's what I was just gonna say. He's definitely gonna try and beat him by more than 24. If that
Yeah,
number was higher, I'd be more concerned. But yeah, he's totally gonna make a point about it.
yeah, for sure.
And at Penn State. So
Yeah, exactly.
yep.
So I absolutely love that, and I would probably be tailing that. Yeah, this game's just kind of thinking about trends, and I mean, technically, I am betting on the same team, but it's not a spread; it's the over. Um,
Yep.
I love over 45.5 Auburn Vandy. I think it
Ooh.
could easily be, 24-27, or maybe even get higher and uglier. But I think that's a little low.
What do you think about the 6.5?
Yeah, I don't know.
You've been on Vandy too much. I think that's clouding your judgment. But I mean, Auburn just lost to Kentucky.
Right. Which is why I think they both just took some big L's, and they're both just gonna be like, all right, let's just fucking shove it down someone's throat. Like they're both just pissed off. So I think
Yep.
score pretty good, and I think it'd be close. I think it could be, like 4-point game, 3-point game. I said 27-24. I think that's
Yeah, I think I think 27-20 with the line. I mean, Vandy's -6.5. Like,
real.
I think Vegas is literally 27-20, or it's either going to be 27-20 or 24-20.
Right.
That's
Yep.
Yeah. So I love that. I really like that over. That was one of my honorable mentions, so that's good. Because it was also like, well, I don't want to play -6.5, so let me take the over just so I have something on that game, you know?
Right. Exactly.
No, I like that. Oh shoot. Okay, we're on Super Dogs. I was gonna ask for honorable mentions, but we're on Super Dogs. I'm gonna give you a fun one, Max. Couple teams I like. I'm not gonna play them. Mississippi State just seems really. I just go back and forth on it. And then Cal is the other one I wrote, but not playing either of them. You know what I'm gonna do, Max? I want to have something that I can put my nuts on at 10:30 on Saturday night after all the other games are wrapping up. I want Hawaii +6.5 at home in Hawaii against San Diego State +215 on the money line. It's close to our line. I just need something fun, man. Hawaii +6.5. Give me an overtime loss. That's fine. That's fine. I'll take my cover and go. But guess what? That game is going to keep me up. I'm gonna be up till 1 o'clock watching that game, and I can't fucking wait.
I love it, dude. I remember, I believe it was week one, when I was house sitting, dog sitting for y'all. Um, yep, I bet on Hawaii like live.
Stanford. What was it? Hawaii, Stanford?
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I stayed up, yep, till like one. It's just a great time, great feeling. You kind of regret it at the end, especially if you don't win. But if you win, you're like, ah, fuck yeah.
Oh
So,
yeah.
and and I did win. So absolutely love that. Will always love
Next
Hawaii.
week, let's do that. Come, come hang out.
Okay, what am I doing? I don't think I'm doing anything next week.
Same.
Word.
Taylor's out of town.
Is
So
that that's that weekend that you were
yeah, yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
I'm
Okay.
gonna grab burgers and beers, and I'm not gonna leave the house unless it's to walk to the 7-Eleven to get more beers.
Hell yeah. Love that a lot. Let's do
Oh, and Notre Dame Pitt. Sorry,
yeah, yeah.
Notre Dame Pitt at noon next week.
You get Sean down
Ooh,
here. Offline convo. This is a great, this dog has been rolling. I really wish it was at home, but they play great ball, and I think 10.5 is a lot. Give me BYU Cougars against the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
yeah.
Um, it's gonna be
What's
a
that fine line?
great game. It is +310, and I'll just double check, make sure nothing jumped around. Um, Yep, still same thing. Over 51.5 too. So I
Yeah,
think that could be possible. This could be a pretty high scoring game.
yeah. No, I like that.
I think they're underestimating BYU. I know they're going into Lubbock, but like they're still a very solid team.
You know what's crazy, Max, is we have
Freshman,
BYU and Hawaii as our super dogs, and there's a college that is BYU Hawaii Pacific.
really?
Yeah, it's BYU Hawaii Pacific. That's the name of the campus.
Huh. What does that
That's
even
where all the fun, cool Mormons go from.
Yeah. It's Surfer Mormons.
Yeah. Yeah, the ones that were shredding in Salt Lake City with their
Wake
dirty
surfing.
sodas.
Wake surfing
Wait, on Lake Provo.
yeah.
Respect, respect. Hey, as pale whites, you know.
Can't have a delicious natty light. You gotta do something fun.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I respect it. I respect it. I like that a lot. All over that pick. I will definitely be sprinkling. I do a little fun little money line parlay each Saturday. It has not I've had 2 out of 3 legs hit a couple weeks in a row. The third leg always gets me. BYU is definitely in that little funsy parlay. Maybe like a BYU Iowa Kentucky.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, maybe, and then throw in Hawaii for shits. Yeah, but I like it. Any honorable mentions that you like that you're also gonna be playing?
Not necessarily, honestly. There was a couple, like pretty big dogs, like low key like Northwestern plus 14.5 against USC. I wish
Yeah.
it was in Evanston, but Northwestern has been a little shithead, like a little shithead brother, as you would probably know,
Yeah.
to the whole Big Ten, and just likes to fuck with people and keep it close. So they're a little sneaky team. Um, and there was one more. I lost it. I had it, but I lost it. And I don't know. Nope, that's about it. I know one thing is JMU Marshall. I saw this on Twitter. Marshall, it's the anniversary of the plane crash, so Marshall's wearing these special uniforms, and I fear for your JMU Dukes.
Ugh.
I know we're in Virginia and we can't bet it, but I actually will be in North Carolina and I could bet it. So,
Oh, are
um,
you going down to the lake?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, nice. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I did not know that that was
I
that
think
was
it was 50th anniversary, 55th or something. I forgot what the anniversary year was, but yep. Um, so good luck to the Dukes, but that's about it. I know there was one more that I'll keep thinking about, but it is what it is. What do you got?
I've got let's see. I just crossed out a couple. I kind of like Houston money line tomorrow, Friday at UCF. Little bounce back action after the West Virginia game. They've looked pretty good aside from that.
I
Um
like 47 and a half.
yeah, yeah, maybe the over there. Yeah. Yeah. Um Maryland plus 2.5 at Rutgers. I do like that. Don't know. I don't know much about either team. I've been betting Maryland a good bit, and they've been good to me. But other than that, the only other one I had was Oregon, Iowa, and that was 44.5 at like 3 p.m. today. It is now 42.5. That thing has jumped up 2 points in like 4 to 5 hours. You like the under? Dude, I just don't know that Iowa's like I have such a hard time thinking about that game conceptually because I feel like Oregon should score enough points to make. If Iowa's going to cover 6.5, it should be at least like 24-20, right? Should be. Like,
Yeah.
but the fact that it's 42.5 after that scares me. But I'm going to play that over because I don't want to touch Oregon and I'll probably hit on Iowa, but I don't know. I might just play the over and just call it a day. Then I don't have to worry about spreads. But yeah, that and then Cal plus 18.5. I don't even remember who they're playing. I think it was Louisville.
Ooh.
Crazy.
Yeah. Chappy.
18.5. That's crazy.
That's so much.
So many points.
They
So
just lost by 10 to UVA last week.
yeah. And yeah. They beat Miami and now everyone thinks they're sick. They barely beat JMU on Fridays on a Friday night.
No,
So,
whoever's playing Louisville.
oh, Cal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I like Cal on that one too. But other than that, that's all I got. I think we cover. I mean, I'm trying to think of any other games that are big that we didn't hit on. I feel like that covers. I mean, Georgia, Mississippi State.
Yeah.
That,
Is that
that-
4.5, right? Or something? No, what was it?
Mississippi State's 9.5.
I saw your Mississippi State 4.5 from
Oh, from last week. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I think. I mean, those are the big games. Yeah, that covers all of it there. Oh, LSU, Bama. I guess Bama minus 10 hosting LSU.
give me Bama. This is LSU's first game from Brian, right? Because they had bye week last week, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, which is why that's the only reason why it scares me.
Yeah. What if they're just like, yeah, he's gone. And then just,
Right, yeah. They're just like, fuck yeah, we can play free now.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what's scary. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe like a first half because that Bama too. Maybe even like a first quarter. Let me see what that quarter spread is. 3.5.
Raiders are already up 7-0 at 2 minutes left in the first.
Okay, there we go. All right, we just need a field goal, and then we get the over, and then they got to cover 11.5.
Or safety.
Or safety, yeah. Bama's minus 3.5 first quarter, plus 100.
3.5.
It's 7-3 though. 7-3.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I'm gonna play Bama minus 3.5 first quarter. How about Bama minus 2.5 second quarter? Like they go, it's like 7-3, and then the second quarter they're on like the 1 yard line, boom, touchdown, and then they just win the second quarter. I don't know. There's a lot. You got to find little ways in that game because minus 10 seems too big for some reason.
Yeah, it does.
It's still LSU. It's still LSU Bama, you know?
Right.
So all right. Well, that wraps that up. You want to get to some NFL?
Let's do it.
All righty. I finally get to lead both pick centrals this week.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, man. It is a tough one. Tell you what, Max, I don't like any of the I like a few favorites and I cannot make up my damn mind. So I'm gonna push that to the side. I'm just gonna go with the one I feel most confident about, and that is the Colts and the Falcons over 48.5. I think that game's gonna be a little bit high scoring. I think it could get a little sloppy there. It's the main thing is I don't love the overs. There's a couple I also like, but the other ones are feeling a little trappy to me. And I think with the way both offenses on Indy and Atlanta are looking, I think they're going to be able to score some points. 27-24 gets the job done. So that's where I'm at on that.
Where you at on that? I like it a lot. All right, all right, all right. I yeah, I'll just go favorite. Give me Lions minus 7.5 against the Commies.
Shoot.
They're coming off a tough loss against the Vikings last week, and they're facing a very broken down Commanders team. Um, although it is in Landover, we saw what Seattle did to Landover last week, and I think Detroit's pretty. I think it's going to be pretty similar.
Yep.
It's crazy that this line is minus 7.5 with Marcus Mariota starting, and just so who else got hurt? I mean, they don't have Bill, right? Isn't Bill hurt?
He's questionable, yeah.
I think Terry's questionable still.
Yep.
So it's just broken down team, and I think Lions just run all over them.
Yep. In hindsight, I should have just picked that as my favorite. Uh, shoot. That's okay. That's a good pick. I was thinking that was honestly, I was deciding between that and the one I will end up picking. Um, but yeah, I love Detroit. Everything you said, I echo that. So, with that there, while we're at it, let's just knock out my under. And then maybe you can take my dog. I don't know. But my under, I feel good about this one too. It's very low, and the public is on the over, and I'm not sure if the public is watching the same football teams I've been watching, but give me the under in Carolina and New Orleans. I don't know that either of them will score 20 points if they fucking want to. Even if they could, they wouldn't. I don't know why. So yeah, give me that 39.5. There's a bunch of 30s. There's a bunch of over-unders in the 30s today or this week, and probably for good reason.
Yeah, probably. I like that a lot. Sorry, I'm just writing down. One last fucking thing. What is that? All right. So yeah, maybe I will take your dog, but probably not. I'm staying in the division. I like Vikings plus 3.5 a lot. Dude, are you serious?
Damn it.
Against Baltimore.
Fuck. All right.
I don't even know if Lamar's back. I don't really care.
Man.
They kind of have that. They're kind of back. Whatever JJ McCarthy with that 9 alter ego shit's kind of cringe. But you know what? The team seems to love it and love him. So that's kind of all you need is the team to have their QBs back and they can keep going. Yeah, 3.5 is beautiful. 2.5,
It
three.
was 4.5. It was 4.5 this morning.
Damn, I saw it. I think like lunchtime or like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock or something.
Yeah. No, it was like 11 or 10 or 11 this morning. It was 4.5.
So everyone was betting heavy Vikings and they had to drop.
Yep. And you know what, Max? I could have probably flipped my dog. I could have done favorite and dog and still probably got my over and unders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's good strategy. That's why I don't pick first. God damn it. I once again totally all over it, everything you said. Well, I'll save those two fuckers for last then. Um, well, and I have so many props, Max. I have like 5 props. I could literally interchange them and I don't even care. So I'll go with this dog then. Let me get this dog out. Max, I'm going back to the well, man. Pittsburgh +3 at Chargers, +3 hosting Indy. Aaron Rodgers and company knows what they need to do. Chargers are banged up. Not completely sold on the Chargers. I feel like they're a bit on the decline. They're Joe Alt is out. They're missing Rashawn Slater on the right side. Offense is depleted. Pittsburgh's defense not great, but they're going to get enough pressure on Herbert to make him sweat. Give me Pittsburgh, and let me double check if that's a 3.5 or a 3 right now.
I'm going back to Cali. What the fuck?
Oh, it just disappeared on me. I don't see it.
3.
So, yep. I'll just.
Buy it.
What's the 3.5 at?
Nickelodeon. Minus 139. I could give it to you if you
Nah,
want
that's
it.
fine. No, I think they're gonna win outright. Just like they did last week. Give me Pittsburgh +3. Copy and paste.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, so yeah, you're right. I mean, I have 2 props, so I'm fine either way. And I think I'm gonna go with my second one anyway. Um, I love Zona Seattle over 45.5. I mean,
Hmm.
that just seems so doable. I think Seattle can split their defense open, and I also think Cardinals can kind of get some points. So, um, I see kind of like a 35, 24, 21 kind of thing.
Yep. Brissett's been playing well, man. Brissett's been chucking the ball around.
Yeah, they've looked better.
And it's crazy because they shouldn't. They've lost. They have no quarterbacks.
I've
They
seen people's as a joke. People are saying Kyler should go to the MLB.
I mean, dude, I don't he's got a better chance of revamping the Jets or the fucking Raiders or some shit than he does the Cardinals at this point. And how about the Cardinals? You get Josh Rosen. The next year, you get Kyler Murray. 5 years down the road, or 3 years down the road, you give Kyler Murray $250 million. Kyler Murray doesn't give a shit, dude. Kyler Murray got his 250 million pretty much guaranteed, and he can play Call of Duty for the rest of his life, and he literally doesn't have to do fucking shit for the rest of his life. I don't
Yep.
blame the guy. I would do the same shit. I would fuck off so hard. If you give me
Yeah.
I'd be so good at golf, and that's all I would do. If you spent $250 million in a lifetime, then we got other issues.
Yeah.
You get a
Like,
nice membership, you get a nice golf membership in Richmond City. You go to one of these clubs, you just play every day. You're
I'd
already
be
paying monthly. Huh?
You think you would still be in Richmond?
I mean I would be, but yeah. I'm just well, maybe not Richmond City, but I'd probably be out in Goochland with the fucking mega house. But
Yeah.
Kenlock's right down the road.
By Verlander's parents' house.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and like, dude, it's just so crazy to me that he just got his bag and then just bounced. He
Yeah. Yeah.
he's the epitome of when they're like, oh yeah, well he just got paid, so he's gonna check out. It's like, nah, but he's not Kyler Murray. Like,
Yeah.
Kyler Murray doesn't watch film, dude. Imagine if you and I had the arm talent as Kyler Murray and we just like walked out every week at practice and was like, I don't need to watch film. I'll just sling it around. They'll keep starting me. Like, dude, get out of here. I'm done with Kyler Murray.
We have similar arm talent. He just has the speed and shit.
Yeah, you have like 6 inches on him height wise though. So at
Yeah.
least you can see over the offensive line. All right. All right. I digress. You already picked. I'm up.
Yep, that's your pick.
Cool. Um, I'm I feel like uh, I feel like what I'm there's two things. I have two lines. I have the Rams -4.5 with San Fran. Shanahan McVay is always close, so I'm gonna stay away. So Max, I'm gonna do this, and it's a big line. And these guys have been covering big lines and just lines, and so I'm gonna just do it because the Dolphins' rush defense stinks, and the Bills have James Cook, who's going to absolutely ball this weekend. Josh Allen's gonna ball this weekend, and so give me the Bills -9.5 against Miami. I there's big lines and then there's big lines. And this is a big line and big lines are there to like tonight, Thursday night, Raiders, a lot of people on the Raiders. I can't imagine a lot of people are on the Dolphins 9.5 as much as they are on the Raiders 9.5 tonight. And
Right.
that just goes to show how good Buffalo's been playing. Just they're yeah, just all of it. Just give me Buffalo -9.5.
Love it. Love it. They're rolling, man. Buff
I've been taking these little lines, like these little 2.5, 1.5, 3.5 lines on favorites, thinking I'm getting cute. Just give me the big boys. Fucking work.
Dude, I feel like I've kind of been taking some bigger ones like all year, I feel like, you know? It's been
Yeah. Yeah. I think even yeah, last week.
that's well, not this week didn't work, but
No, well, but you still, yeah, still went with it.
yeah. Yeah, so like that a lot. Love Buffalo. They're rolling. Looking like a number one so far. I'll just go under and then we'll do our usual. You know, we always go the main four. Give me under 49.5 Rams Niners. Um,
Yep.
Rams, I think like second best or they got to be top five defense. San Fran, they look kind of just their offense doesn't look great. Rams can put up a bunch of points, but they also don't have to. I think this is more like a game management for them and just keep it like a 24-10 kind of thing.
Yep. 100%. And they stay playing ugly ass games, like I said earlier, with the -4.5 with the Rams. Like
Yeah.
if you like if Shanahan's a dog, you love it. If McVay's a dog, like it's just whoever's the dog in this matchup, you're like,
Right.
you're like, they're gonna fuck with him. They're gonna do some crazy shit. Cause it's like, I mean, it's like great example, me and Colby. Colby and I play basketball against each other every Wednesday, and we've been playing basketball against each other for 20 years almost. So he knows everything I'm good at, and I know everything he's good at. So we just take turns swapping and doing the things that we know we're good at, but the other person knows what we're good at, so it's just a fucking lock jam, and there's
Yep.
not much you can do about it. So that's how I imagine the McVay Shanahan matchups are. That's how it usually is.
Yeah. No, they're always fun.
Throw O'Connell in there in Minnesota. They like to make games ugly. That
Yeah.
whole tree, man. LaFleur, those four: Rams, Niners, Vikings, and the Packers. Fuck all the other ones. It's just a nightmare. Uh,
Nightmare.
yeah, nightmare. Sweet. Max, I'm gonna piggyback a little bit on one of the matchups you talked about earlier. For my player prop, there's a couple other player props I will give out that I really, really, really like, and I will be playing. But for the picks, for the people, Washington's defense stinks. Their corners are depleted, and Jackson Smith and Jigba had the easiest 119 receiving yards that I think any. I don't know if he even got tackled. I think he just caught the ball and ran out of bounds,
Yeah.
or like barely brought him down. And I think St. Brown is going to do the same thing. 80 plus receiving yards is minus 115. And did I take one of your props? I
Yeah,
don't.
you did. It's okay. It's payback. But I said
Good.
I was thinking my second one anyway. So this
Okay,
was
good.
my first one. This was my first one. So
Good. Well, I'm glad I took it then. I had to get a little payback, but yeah, St. Brown 80 plus receiving yards at minus 115. I thought it would have been a little lower.
what? Oh, it was minus 115. I thought I had it at plus. I just can't read my handwriting.
Oh no, you're good. Maybe I mean
Wait.
I would love if that came up, but yeah, give me St. Brown. I love my other ones. I got a little. I don't. One of my props is basically two guys where I couldn't decide if I wanted their prop or their touchdown, and ultimately just went with St. Brown for my prop. I got a couple other good touchdowns and a couple other good props, but I'm gonna let you rock with your prop here.
It is minus. Sorry. Yeah. This one is kind of fun. But it's not mainly because of this, but it's funny that his father went on Twitter after uh I think he had 2 targets, 0 catches, 0 yards, obviously with no catches. Um, his father went on Twitter and started talking about if you're not going to use them, then trade them, all this shit. Um, Posting his stats and all this stuff. I don't think this has a big factor in it, but we are playing the New York Giants. I love Roma Dunze, 60 plus receiving yards at plus 111. Um, like I said, I mean, he really didn't get looked at last week. I think one went through his hands, the other one was a little high for his targets. We had a different game plan. I mean, DJ Moore only had DJ Moore only had like 40 yards with 3 catches or something like that, 4 catches. It was a Colston leveling game, and but I think Rome gets like 80 yards this game, maybe a
Yep,
touch.
I like that. You said 60 plus 111 plus 111.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that. I didn't see this is where my Twitter. I need to get on my Twitter game for these
yeah.
things right here.
I'll pull it up real quick. James Adunze. Um, let's see. Now he's retweeting stuff. So he said, oh, he quoted a tweet that said, "Can the Bears trade Rome Odunze to a team that will actually throw to him?" And he just did a little pin.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, like on point. Like he's on
Yeah,
point.
yeah, like the little dart or whatever.
Yeah, and then someone quoted that and did like the pilot. I forgot the movie, but it's surely you can't be serious. And he's like, I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. And then someone did that, and then he quoted it, and then he said, "I am serious. Don't call me Shirley." It's like, what the fuck is like happening? And like posted his stats and stuff. He's like, stats over narratives. I'm like, dude, like, and he's quoting Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, I'm pretty sure these are fake quotes from Marvin Harrison saying it's very hard for me to watch the Cardinals offense. Like, you can quote me on it. Like, he's just like, and he's like, good for senior. You're like, bro, like, what is going on?
Oh, so he's just like drunk watching Fox News.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Like, what is going on? So it's hilarious to see. Everyone's just trolling him. But yeah, so I love that in general. It's funny.
They said he wasn't at practice on Wednesday.
Oh, was he not?
I guess not. Or maybe his dad wasn't at practice on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he's averaging 15 yards a reception. He's got 30. What's crazy, Max, is that he has 59 targets and 31 receptions.
Dude, how many drops can you see how many drops he has? He has a quite
I,
a few drops.
I can't see, but the fact that he has almost as many missed opportunities as he does, like 31 receptions, 28 non-receptions. That's
Yeah, I'm
that's
sure. So I'm gonna say it's probably 18 to 10, like drops to Caleb, like overthrowing him, or because Caleb has overthrown him a few times. I've
oh
seen it.
yeah, I've seen a couple.
But dude, Roman's been dropping out the ass.
Yeah, I'll see if I can let's see. I'll see if I can pull it up while we're talking about it. But yeah, I like the 60 plus. I mean, Rome and Caleb. I mean, that could be two catches right there.
He has a
Uh,
5% drop rate. I don't know what that means.
so five of the
Of the 56.
59. So it's only so most of them are overthrows or missed targets then.
Really, yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever. Who
that's kind of crazy though.
leads the league in dropped passes? Jerry Judy does not have 48 dropped passes. That doesn't make sense.
That
All
definitely doesn't make sense.
right.
No way. Yeah.
No, I'm looking at. I think it means like all time for this year, like just like who's active this year and all time. I don't know what I'm looking at. All right, let's get to our TD parlay and then let's
Yep.
get. I might have to take a pee.
Yep. Max, for my touchdown, I have so many. I'll sprinkle in some honorable mentions when we do that after. But
Yeah.
um, there's a statistic that I've been reading, and I will give it out an honorable mention for his prop. However, Justin Jefferson has caught a touchdown pass in every game that JJ McCarthy has started and played this year. Um, whether he's getting the yardage that you're wanting doesn't necessarily correlate, but he does love throwing touchdown passes to Justin Jefferson. Jay Jettas against a secondary. Well, I'm not even going to do not even one. You get three of those and your defense fucking blows in the secondary. And you have Kyle Hamilton. You have Malachi Starks. You have Marlon Humphreys. Yep, there's injuries. We get it. Okay, shut up, Sam. Um, Baltimore just loves giving up receptions. They love giving up reception yards. They love giving up reception touchdowns. So plus 120. Um, Jay Jetta. Sorry, I had to make sure I was actually talking about the right matchup. I got scared for a second. Um, but Jay Jetta plus 120 anytime, Todd. Give it to me.
Love it, love it, love it.
And I will queue up the parlay while you're giving your pick.
All right. This kind of just goes with like a no-brainer. Fuck, they are facing the fuckers from Fuckville and the Colts. Sam was just shitting on him for a while. I love Bijan at minus 135. I think, um, maybe Sauce Gardner scares them a little and they run a little more, but I mean, Bijan scores whenever Bijan wants to score. So that's another minus 135. Usually he's sitting pretty high up in like minus 180. We've seen him at like 220, I think, this year. So
Dude, for sure.
I love that.
Yep. And not our sexiest parlay, but we got to see one go through the uprights. Plus 282 for Jay Jettas and Bijan. I think that's a good odds. And I also, Max, I think for both of them, if we're going to be honest, I think on any given week, and you put these two together, I don't know that the odds are this good. Um, you know, like I feel like Jay Jettas is usually closer to like a plus 100, minus 110. Bijan's usually a minus 160, minus 180. So the fact that we're getting plus money on Jay Jettas and Bijan within a good touchdown range, I feel good about this one.
Yeah, no, I think that this could be doable. We've only hit it once this year, right?
Yep. Maybe twice. I think twice. We hit Kraft McBride once, and then we hit one other one, I think.
Okay.
I'll have to go back and look. Um, but that being said, any other honorable mentions you have? Anything else you like?
Um, I did no, actually, you took them on St. Brown, so I don't know. This is a tough week for me. I don't know if the Bears can do -4.5. They should be able to easily do that, I feel like, but I don't know.
Also fair. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't know that we did hit one, Max. I thought we hit one earlier in the year. I'm looking through. Oh yeah, no, we did. We hit in week 2 of the NFL season. We hit Neighbors and James Conner. R.I.P. James Conner
Yeah.
and Neighbors. R.I.P. both of them. Um, and then we hit McBride and Kraft on week 6, NFL week 6. So we hit NFL week 6 and NFL week 2. Which, wait, does the math check out, Max? Does the math check out? Are we due every? We got second, we got the 6th, so now we got 4, so the 10th. That's
Yeah,
this week. That's this week. That means we're due. Every 4 weeks we hit one.
that's true. All
Hey, that
right.
gives us 4 on the season. That's pretty good odds right there.
Yeah.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Couple other. I'll just do my TD parlay. I like Allen, Josh Allen, minus 115. Um, Vikings one. If you don't like Jay Jettas, Hawkinson is like plus 285 in some books. I really like that. And then I like Jackson Dart against the Bears. Just a little QB sneaker at like he's plus 195 for a touchdown. So I like that. Um him like Bo Nix, like those kind of guys where you're like Drake May, like it's like could and should, but it's not a Jalen Hurts kind of situation, but you're still getting like plus 150 or more. So I like those. And then props. I love these. McCaffrey, 50 plus receiving is minus 127. Um, he's been getting more receptions than half of, if not more than half of. He's like the second leading receiver on that team, if not the leading receiver, and he's like top 10 in the NFL in receptions.
Oh yeah.
So I like that. And then Jay Jettas, I did pick him for the touchdown, but for his prop, 7 plus receptions. Hasn't gone over this in a few weeks, but I think with how bad Baltimore's defense is, I think he can get 7. I could see him 7 for like 95 and a touchdown.
Hmm.
Um, and that's plus 109. And then I got one more that's minus 109, and that is James Cook, 90 plus rushing yards against the Dolphins, and that's minus 109. I think James Cook gonna ball. I love having these props, Max, on a Thursday.
I
Makes it
know. It's
a
awesome.
little easier to dissect that. But yeah, those are the only ones we talked about. All the other ones, you took a couple of mine. Aside from that, that's all I got there. Hand up. If you're looking at these guys right here, and you like plus 2.5 for Philly, I don't blame you. I'm not gonna tell you otherwise. But what I will tell you, Max, is that if Vegas set this up at minus 2.5, probably for good reason. And that game on Monday night might actually kill me. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough. At home.
At home, Monday night. after a long weekend. 42.5 -3. It's gonna come down to overtime or a game-winning field goal, and I'm gonna be throwing up at midnight. So long weekend. That's the worst, dude. When you know you got a game like that on Monday and you're
Yeah.
like, I have to do Saturday and Sunday like normal, and then you're like, wait, I still have to wait till 8:30 on Monday night to watch the biggest game of the year so far for the Pack. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. So
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
love it, love it. For the people, if anyone's still listening at this point, and the Oakland Broncos game is on the way, Max, you want to do any quick predictions? Just give me a score or what you bet, real quick. Do we think Broncos are gonna? It's 7-0 Raiders right now with 8 left in the first quarter, but um,
Um, I don't know. It looks like Raiders might be able to hold it out. I don't know. I wouldn't live bet them 2.5 though. That's the only problem.
no, I would bet Broncos minus two and a
Yeah,
half.
yeah, for sure.
I
Even
got
money, and if it drops a little more. If it goes to halftime at 7-0, they're gonna be like minus 135 Broncos, and I would
yeah. I mean, dude, I need one more point from the Raiders right now. I'm gonna lose my shit. Um, but that's beside the point. All right. I know you gotta pee. That's all I have. College
yeah.
basketball, we'll talk about it next week once we'll probably wait a couple weeks on college basketball.
Still kind of early and just like we're playing Campbell right now, even though we're only fucking winning by like 4. But
Well, and like we know a couple guys, and I could sit here and talk about a couple guys, and it's 9:13, and we got a week, we got stuff to do. Um, so we'll catch up on college hoops in a couple weeks, but it has started, and if there's anything we feel worthy of shouting out, we'll post it on the account. But otherwise, just text us or just fuck off for a couple weeks.
hey, hit the hotline.
Yeah, hit the hotline, bitch.
Gambler,
There's
bitch.
enough sports to go around. Why are we betting on college basketball right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is what it is. Max, always a pleasure, dude. I think we got a good little slate, little bounce back for the people, ready to rock and roll. Bears playing, Packers playing, Notre Dame's playing, West Virginia's playing, everybody's playing. Let's have ourselves a weekend. And yeah, happy Thursday. Happy Friday. Happy
Thank you,
week.
guys. Let's have a weekend.